Joining us now is Texas Republican Congressman Roger Williams. Congressman, thanks so much for your time this morning. I just want to begin with that truck convoy making its way to the Texas border that Xavier was just reporting on. This group, this army of God, if you will, calling on the federal government to step up security along the border. In your eyes, is this an effective strategy, and what do you hope comes of it?
Well, I hope that we secure our border for one thing. But I think, look, it's an effective strategy. If you're a trucker, there's nothing more American than truckers. They care. It's something they can do to call the attention to the fact that the Biden administration is totally inept on securing this border and doesn't really want to. So I see no problem with it. As long as it's peaceful, come on, let's go. And frankly, every trucker is welcome in Texas. Yeah, we got a great state.
We'll see if they are able to incite any change that Congress hasn't been able to get the attention of the White House so far. We'll see if this is different. Also wanted your take on warnings issued by the League of United Latin American Citizens, the country's oldest Latino civil rights group. Its president warning that there could be violence from this group that he says is made up of extremists. Do you worry about violence from this group, sir? I mean, them taking matters into their own hands once they reach the southern border?
Well, I don't know exactly who the group is, but if they're truckers, look, if they're all American, okay? I mean, truckers have been a big part of our country forever and ever. So, people don't want to claim violence before it happens. They're stirring violence. I think this is a protest that if it's peaceful, there's no problem with it. I'm tired of hearing people talk about violence. The problem is the violence is at the border, and it's there because Joe Biden and his crew don't want to address it. And so that's the real problem. That's why, quite frankly, if the truckers want to come in and be peaceful, that's fine. But we need the U.S. military down there right now to stop what's going on and get after the drug dealers and get our border back in line to where we can have sovereignty again and people can come through the ports of entry, not between.
Speaking of the change that Republicans are so hoping for at the border, let's look ahead to today's committee hearing on the impeachment proceedings against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Even if this impeachment resolution passes the full House, it's going to be dead on arrival in the Democrat-controlled Senate. Do you think this is the GOP's best use of time, sir?
Look, I think Mayorkas needs to go. Okay, he's been horrible at what he's done. Of course, anybody who replaces him would be just as bad. But the fact of the matter, in the House, we have the ability to impeach and send to the Senate. So it's not a waste of time. The fact of the matter is we're doing what we need to do in the House, and the Senate needs to get their act together and understand that American sovereignty, that freedom and liberty are under attack by this administration to address it.
And apparently the Senate is on the verge of striking some sort of deal that hopefully we see here in the coming days. Wanted your response, too. Democrats are calling this a sham, adding that impeachment is not a tool for policy or political differences and that Republicans don't actually want to fix the border before November for election purposes. How do you respond to critics who say that?
That's another lie. I mean, the fact of the matter is Republicans in the House, myself, I'm former Secretary of State, Texas Secretary of State. I've been hanging around the border since 2005. We've always been wanting to fix it. The fact of the matter is you don't really have to fix anything. Let's just adhere to the laws that are on the books. And one other thing, let's get stay in Mexico policy back in force. We know for a fact that just the stay in Mexico policy would be reinforced, that 70% of the border crossings would end. So it's not like, we got to generate things. Let's go back to the land being a land of laws. Let's address the environment with the laws that we have, and things can get fixed. And frankly, all the Senate's got to do is approve H.R. 2, and that fixes the whole thing. But they're over there making these deals that I'm telling you, what I see coming out of the Senate is going to come over here is just ridiculous. I mean, the idea of giving 5,000 freebies every single day to people who want to break the law, illegals, is unbelievable. It's a joke.
Well, we'll see what that deal has in store. We'll see what today brings from those articles of impeachment hearings. Congressman Williams, we'll leave it there. Thank you, sir, as always. Appreciate it.
Right. Thank you.